because the internet, in my eyes, is this unique place where people can get information and distribute information. And then on top of that, you have this almost parasitic entity that is allowing you to distribute information and gather information through it, but also controlling the flow of information and then controlling the flow in its own ideological bend, like to sort of match its own ideas of what should and shouldn't happen. And I think they feel justified by having a guy like Trump in office. Having a guy like Trump come into office and they go, well, we have to do something about that. So what we're going to do is we're going to silence conservative voices. We're going to silence conservative pundits. We're going to silence we'll call people alt-right and just change our algorithms to make it much more difficult for them to propagate their ideas. I just find that really distressing, because I think that in the marketplace of ideas, you're supposed to be able to combat a bad idea with a better idea. And this is how ideas evolve. This is how people get to communicate. You get to look at what someone's saying, look at how someone's dissecting what someone's saying, and then for yourself, figure out what you believe and what you don't believe. And there should be a free exchange of information so that you can figure that out. And when someone's shown to be a bad actor or a liar or have deceptive news, fake news, whatever you want to call it, okay, now we know, and this is a clear example of that. So now take it with a grain of salt whenever they say anything about anything else. But when you deplatform them and shove them aside, they say, see, they're trying to silence us because they don't believe us, or they don't want us to be in power because they're trying to prop up whatever left-wing socialist economy or dictator that they want to put into place. And it's this weird sort of situation where you've got people dictating and almost engineering our culture.
Right, curating our reality.
Yes. You know what's going on in Toronto?
No.
With Alphabet, the parent company of Google?
No.
It's a very disturbing thing to a lot of people, where they're essentially setting up blocks and they're putting cameras in these places and they're gathering data and information and they're trying to engineer a utopian city. Yeah. I was reading about it yesterday. And I was like, no, like this is a terrible idea.
Google is so
like,
fucking terrifying.
What if these people don't want to be filmed? What if these people don't want information gathered about them? Like they're doing it under the guise of, here it is, Alphabet's plan for Toronto depends on huge amounts of data.
Yeah, we need more data collection, data mining.
Their idea is that they're going to make it easier for people to get around and smoother.
But how? By facial recognition? I love how they always say, oh, people are being sex trafficked and this will help. It's like, no, dude, this is like 0.0001% of all the people that you're, data mining.
It says Sidewalks Labs released more detailed plans for Toronto, the site of Google's sister company's first attempt to bring its techified digital forward sensibility to a full-scale development project. The Sidewalk Labs project dates to 2017, when the Canadian city welcomed the company to an undeveloped section of its waterfront. Now, after 18 months of speculation work, God damn these motherfuckers that pop up as speculation work and backlash from local advocates, the company has a 1,524-page master plan for the 12-acre lot called Quayside. First of all, I hate the fucking name.
What
Quayside.
is it, though?
What is Quayside? 4-volume plan highlights ambitious and sometimes flashy innovations from Sidewalk Labs, which is pledged to spend $1.3 billion on the project if it goes forward. The company hopes to construct all the buildings with timber, which it says is better for the environment. It also catches fire. And build an underground pneumatic tube system for garbage removal. It wants residents to lean on public transit, walking, and biking rather than personal vehicles. Good luck. It's fucking 0 degrees in Toronto, you assholes. And plans to build streets with autonomous vehicles, perhaps from its sister company, Waymo. Listen,
Waymo
delivery
and
robots...
Waymo.
Do you know what Waymo is?
No,
I don't need. Delivery robots might trundle down its wide sidewalks. The strategic use of very large umbrella-like coverings might make outdoor spaces comfortable all year round. No small feat in Lakeshore, Canada. Sidewalk wants to designate 20% of the apartments as affordable and another 20% as middle income. So they're engineering a city.
Yeah,
and
right.
This is by people who are really just openly social justice warriors. I mean, these are the people that censored that James Damore guy and fired him for having this memo that really kind of discussed women in tech based on evolutionary biology, based on studies. And they said that he was highlighting harmful gender stereotypes, which it's not true. It's not accurate. If you look at what he actually said and what he actually wrote, he even had a page and a half dedicated in that memo trying to come up with strategic ways to encourage women to get into technology. The study the paper that James Damore wrote has no relation to the way he's been framed and the way people talk about him. This is a direct result of Google and Google's social justice warrior sort of ethos, like the way they operate as a company.
Well, Google